Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I am up again today with a Mango Craft project share, and I'm also going to be using one of the stamps that I haven't used yet because somebody asked to see it, so I'm totally going to do that. Right, so today I've used the doily frame again and used the square one. I've done the Lovey Cup, which is something that somebody else asked to see. And I've also done the lovely, huge heart collection, 9 hearts and 9 layering sentiments. And this is the stamp that we're going to be doing today. So I'm just going to put this one out of the way while I share my projects. Right, so first up is the Love Cup. And it comes with a wonderful sentiment there, and I've laid that on black just to give a little bit of shadow. And here is the stencil that we did yesterday. I don't know how close my camera's going to get. So we used that stencil yesterday, and all I did was use my gel pen, my white one, and put a few dots onto the black dots. And look at all those layered hearts. Isn't that wonderful? You get an extra 3 little hearts, and I'll pop those down there. So now that I've made that, I can measure it. So I'll put it at a jaunty angle. So here we go. We are 3.5 inches on the width of the cup to the end of the handle. I've placed all of the hearts as per the website design. You can put them in whichever way you want, and I'm going to say 3.25 inches. And then the sentiment that comes with it is something that you can use all of the time, and that is 2.25 inches by, let's get to the end of the L there. I'm having a good old look. I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to say 1.5 inches because that goes even lower. I'm going to say 1.75 inches, taking in the L. Right, so that is that one, and I think it's absolutely adorable. And the next one is all of those hearts, which previously, because I can't read back to front and all the rest of it, I said I was going to cut them out so that we can see them. So there is the first one. And that is you and me, and I'm just going to make a space here so I can put them down flat. So we've got you and me. We've got a kissy kissy. We've got kisses. Now some of these are obviously Valentine, but you know, you can add something like that onto any card. That could go onto a wedding anniversary card. And then of course that can be used for birthday as well. So we've got love. We've got together. Another one that could be used for anniversary. Would look great on the corner of a vintage photo. And then be mine, which I think is really sweet. And I do apologise for that. Our neighbours have just got some pigs, and when Bo sees them through the door, because when the sun is shining I leave the door open, and the neighbours are kind of like 200 feet across the road there, and they've got these gorgeous big pink pigs, and Bo looks at them and he thinks they're dogs. I'm sure he does. And a horse went galloping down the street without its owner the other day, and I thought Bo was going to pass out. Yeah, you know, like Digby the red dog was flying down the street. Anyway, I digress. Forever is the next one. And then we have love you. And then we have the obvious there, Happy Valentine's Day. But they're just so sweet. Really lovely. And I'm going to measure a full size of one because all of the hearts are the same size, and I am going to say, trying to give an honest measurement there, 1.75 inches high. I won't do the sentiment section, just the top section, 2 inches. And as you can see, the sentiment sections overlap the heart, so you're going to get a different width there. But that's, you know, roughly the size of each one of those. Right, I'm just going to pause for a second. I'm going to get my stamp doodah and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my stamp platform and a sheet of cardstock, and I'm holding it down just with a little bit of magnet in the corner there. And this is the stamp that we're going to use. It's still on its carrier sheet, so I'm just going to take that off. And it is a beautiful size. In fact, I don't know if I measured it. Maybe I should measure it. It's 5 inches, and looking at its widest point, 3.5. So that's how big this gorgeous stamp is. And I'm just peeling it off the back of here. Now, I'm not sure. I think this is photopolymer. And I'm actually using it on my clear stamp side. And I'm wondering if I should have it on my rubber. But we will soon find out. But I am going to be up again on Monday using this stamp again. So, just want to get it in straight. There we go. Now, I'm going to just move my platform down so it doesn't hit the camera while I pick it up, and then I'm going to move back into the picture. Now the ink I'm using today is Vus Fine Clair, which is a lovely one. Now if you're going to use markers with this, which is a good ink for markers, make sure you heat set it first, otherwise you'll find all your colours turning grey on you. So I'm just pressing down some ink. And when you're doing a large stamp, it's a good idea to kind of, you know, you can see what I'm doing. I'm tapping in different directions so that you don't get any harsh lines from where you've left off with your pad. Now, if I've got this on the wrong side of my stamp platform, I will flip it over and do it again. But I'm just, there we go, just making sure that I don't hit my camera. Now I have got one of those tool doodahs. Yes, I do. One of those that apply pressure. So why I'm using my hands, I don't know. And yeah, maybe I do need my tool doodah. So I worry about doing this because if I overshake my table, it's not a good thing. Makes everybody at home seasick, I think. Right, so I'm now going to get my tool. I'm just pausing. Hang on a second. Right, so while I was away fetching my pressure tool, I remembered I hadn't put my foam back on because I used it for stenciling yesterday. So I put my piece of foam on, which is usually really helpful for me. And I'd also knocked the camera. So you're almost looking at the ceiling for a second. But I flip my cardstock over so that I can get a true image, and I'm just inking up again. And let's see if using my tool improves. And these tools are really good, especially if you don't have much strength in your hands. Right. I mean, my days of carrying, you know, 50-pound bags of topsoil are over, I think. There we go, look. Can you see? I just hit my camera. So I'm just doing that gently. Right, so we're going to put that down. And then we're going to see if this tool makes an improvement in my stamping abilities. And of course my foam. I always have my foam on my stamp platform. And to be honest, normally when I'm doing a stamp like this, I need a little bit more pressure over here. When I'm doing a stamp like this, I'm actually going to take my magnet out and be brave. Ah, I moved it. Do you think that's going to double it? I might be vanishing again because I think I'm about to ghost it. Yeah, look what I did. I just ghosted it. Oh. I was trying to put some pressure here and I've ghosted it. No, that's not good. I'm not having that. I'm going away to cut another sheet of cardstock and I'll be back. Do you know, just to prove where my brain is today, what I usually do with large stamps like this is I put them down on top of the stamp platform. Yeah, how's that for a problem solver? And then I ink them. Yeah, it really is quite dangerous doing stuff early in the morning. And when I've done a video, I do play it back to myself to make sure I didn't say anything that I shouldn't have, because you just never know, you know. Right, here we go. This is how I would normally do a large stamp. I put it down, I hold it with my fingers, and I just rub. That's how I normally do a big stamp. Yeah. I don't know why I just didn't do this to begin with. But I am going to be up on Monday with this because I've still got that label set to use. And I want to use elements from this stamp within that label set because I just think it's so pretty. Right. There you go. And I do apologise. It's like a comedy show with me sometimes, honestly. But isn't that beautiful? It really, really is. Such a pretty expression. And somebody said the other day that it was a thread being pulled from the girl's muff. And I keep trying to get close to it. And I don't know whether it's like a ball of wool tied onto her pocket or something that the little kittens are playing with. But it's just such a gorgeous image. So now that you saw me do it, don't forget, put large stamps on your platform lid, put your sheet of cardstock down and just rub them. There you go. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an absolutely awesome weekend, and I will be back again on Monday with more from Mango Craft. As usual, all links below. Bye.